Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Creative Craving, and we're working on the chess app again today. Now, yesterday's stream unfortunately got banned due to copyright concerns. I looked again at the page and they said it could take up to 48 hours to get you on the no ban list. So I'm trying a different service because I really like the music. But if that doesn't work out, I guess I'll just have to summarize what we've done so far at some point, which shouldn't be too hard to do. But hopefully you can catch the stream before it's banned, eh? I feel like if people want me to use YouTube music, like if people want me to use a YouTube music playlist and not get banned, they could mark that playlist with a Creative Commons license so that YouTube clearly knows, hey, you know, this isn't something I should ban. Anyway, that's a rant for another time. I'm sure it's more complicated than I realize. So, let's get back into it. What did we do yesterday? Okay. Yesterday, the last thing we did was we did set needs full repaint there. Okay, let's have this always on top for now. We handled a lot of bugs in the transformation. That's right, because the pieces were showing up in the wrong spots. You know, it was like showing up sideways, and the king and queen were swapped with each other. So we did a couple of fixes for that in the algebraic notation to index function, and then we made the corresponding change in the index to algebraic notation. Now, we didn't debug this move. I didn't debug these changes, so I actually could be wrong. But I just went through and looked at it and thought, like, logically, since we're changing this also needs to change. I don't think it's a problem. Like, there could be some undiscovered bugs in here. Of course there are, right? But we'll discover those when we get on to tracking and showing our moves to the player. Well, this always on top thing backfired immediately, didn't it? Yeah, so when we get down to this part, no, not even that part, this part right here, when we're tracking moves in the log, that's when we're going to start caring. That's when we're going to start caring about about this function being correct, being able to transfer back to algebraic notation. In the meantime, it doesn't matter. Our next step is going to be not broadcasting events, actually. Our next step is going to be allowing moves, right? This is our moves and counter moves. I was looking at too high of a level of detail here. Let me fix my notes real quick. So it's good to keep those accurate. We're not doing the skins thing right now. Although maybe we should. You know, that could take our whole session, couldn't it? I've only got a limited time. I think I have an hour and a half now. But on the other hand, it would allow me to grab the pieces more easily. Yep. Okay, I think we're changing the name of the stream, folks. We're not doing moves and counter moves today. Today, we're finding skins. It's always problematic trying to use AI to generate stuff because you don't really know what the copyright is. You know, like, courts are still deciding things like that. It's probably going to take 5 or 10 years to get it all settled. So, people are making moves and counter moves in court and legal proceedings. So let's see if I can find something that's royalty-free. Let's see, chess sprites. Let's just look for that and see if that works. Are we finding the right kind of stuff? We are. Okay, great. All licenses, public domain. Let's see how lucky we get. That would work. What? That's not anything to do with chess. That's not helpful. I mean, this does the trick. Let's take a look and see, is it really public domain? I mean, this isn't even in English. It's possible it's not an American site, so what would I know? Original image Pixabay. Well, let's start from there. Here we go. Right, what's the license on this? Free for use under the Pixabay content license. I think I just have to give use content without having to contribute the author. Okay. Modify or adapt new works. Cannot sell or distribute the content. Okay. So, oh, can't sell it on a standalone basis. Got it. So if I'm using it as part of my chess set, I could probably sell, like, I can't sell just the pieces. I could offer them for free, but I can't sell just the pieces. I could potentially sell access to the chessboard though. I want to make sure what my limitations are. Okay, don't use trademarks. Don't be immoral. Okay. Don't use, I love how it says, don't do anything illegal or moral, especially in these cases. And it's like, on the one hand, I get why they're clarifying, but legally speaking, like, this is enough, right? Like, it almost is like reducing the restriction when there are no people involved. Anyway, you cannot use any of the content as part of a trademark, design mark, trade name, business, or service mark. Now, that's kind of tricky. That means that if I wanted to sell this product later, I could use these icons, right? But I couldn't use these as the icon of my app, which would be a really natural move for me to do, to use some of the pieces to create the icon. So I need to somehow remember that restriction. Okay. So I'm definitely going to use these pieces. That much I've figured out. SVG is much better. Great. And I recently learned from a UX person how to use them as a background image and get that working. So that'll be interesting. But we'll see. I might actually want them as a bitmap. I guess I can render it myself, but whatever. Might be easier as a bitmap. Okay, so I need to be careful how I name them. I think I'll take care of that before I do anything else. I think I can't use stuff under public. No, I can. Let's see. RGS vite.svg. I can use it from my... Okay. So I can use stuff from a public folder in my HTML, but I can't use it in my... what do you call it? I can't import it into my JS. Okay. So that's an okay restriction with me. What was it called? 26774. Pieces, and I want to put the copyright in here. Pixabay. Right? Oh wait, let's go back to the original. Interestingly, they're offering me this quote-unquote for free, and I don't know if this says anything about it being public domain. Like I think this was just wrong when it said it was public domain in the search. But interestingly, they have a legal right to do this, and the fact that they're providing a link to the original source, whatever. This is basically like I guess a service for people who don't speak English. Although I have to imagine Pixabay has good translation into other languages. Anyway, whatever. Pixabay, pieces, Pixabay. What was the license again? Right here. Yeah. I should just say restricted trademark, I guess. So I have some sort of reminder of it. Let's make sure I have a copy of it. Today is the 12th. There we go. I want to save a copy of it so that I have the date. And while that's happening, I'm just going to go ahead and start using it. Great. Right. To use skins, okay, so what I need to figure out is how do I load an SVG? Here we go. Although having an example would be good. SVG sprite map canvas. Let's see if someone's done it before. Okay. Oh, this has nothing to do. SVG canvas sprite canvas. I don't care about SVG. Sprite sheets, right. You know, you see canvas is mentioned here in the title, but it's not mentioned again in the article until way down here. That tells you that all the stuff above this is irrelevant. Right. We won't be recreating the Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, less copyright infringing. That sounds nice. Yeah, now this whole section here is just finding a sprite sheet. Okay. I don't care about animating. Yeah, here's the only part I really care about. Funnily enough. Request animation frame. Okay. I don't really want to work with the request animation frame, but we've got it. Draw image. Oh, this is the only part I'm really worried about right now. Yeah, I'm not worried about animations. Yeah, I won't need to request animation frame until I start moving pieces around. So. Okay, so draw image. My image. Let's look that up. What options do we have? X coordinate, the left corner of the subrectangle. Yeah, okay, we have subrectangles. Subrectangle width and height. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so there's nothing to it, really. Yeah, there's nothing else here I really need. I don't need to worry about frames right now. I can worry about animating later. Okay, so this might be a quick one. We're going to change how we render pieces now. So we've got that sprite sheet. And I do want to see... Can I open this way? No, I can't. Okay, Nick Shell. I know I have some sort of image viewer. It's not EOG. I don't know what it is. That's fine. Okay. I need to figure out how separated these are. I guess I could just open the thing and read it. How many paths are there? Just a few. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I assume each piece has its own path. Oh, they're not even in order. They're not even slightly in order. Okay. We need to find a better way to do this. Do I need to open Inkscape? I hope not. Let's try with GIMP. See what I can get done. Simple and easy. I wish it would import. Okay, new. Whatever. Oh geez, that's bad. Why is it not filling with transparency? That's a pretty obvious thing to do. Okay. Alright, let's just ask some AI to do this for me. I want to render it to its native size just so I understand. So let's look again. The size of the viewport is 1280 by 640. Pretty simple. Image magic is easier. Okay. I'm going to ignore the density parameter because I don't understand it. Okay. Now then. Let's see what that looks like. Looks good. Is there an easy way to do it? Background none. Let's try that. Okay. Okay, that didn't work, but whatever. It's not that hard to fix here. What is it? Boom. Cannot subtract from the MP selection. Yeah, let's not do that. There's an alpha channel already. Perfect. Although, to be quite honest, I actually don't necessarily want white inside of these pieces. Having them be transparent could work. You know what? I could do that later. I can make these pieces better later. Actually, that's not even my intent. Yeah, my intent is not to use this, right. My intention, if I recall, is to use this as a starting point. Let's make a grid here. Configure grid. Well, first of all, show grid. View grid. Configure spacing. Let's do a guess, 64 by 64. That's too small. 128. That seems about right. Why? Oh, those are locked. Why in the world would I want those locked? Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, let's see how it looks. That's not right. The pieces themselves fit inside that, but... Excuse me. The pieces themselves fit inside of it, but... yeah. But the spacing is wrong. What I really want to do is measure from here to there, about. This is around 230, and this is around 230. Wait, no, this is wrong. Sorry. This is 480, this is 280. That's 200. That's looking better. Much better. Although you can see it is still drifting. Yeah, it's important to realize which way it's drifting, right? Oops. Make it a little bigger. Oh, wait a minute. Now these pieces at the beginning are not working out. Shoot. What? Well, that's a barrel of laughs right there. Let's set this to 0. And 0. Horizontally, we're fine. Okay, so what I want, let's think this through. What I want is for this to be on the edge. 20. 100. I actually want to take this king and root him to the bottom there. Just for the purposes of whoa. Just for the purposes of understanding what's going on here. Right about there. That lines up with all of them, right? And you can see that vertically it's working fine. Horizontally, however, it's not. Okay. I don't know why they would do it in such a way, but they have. Now, horizontally, we want this to be bigger, don't we? Because the pieces are growing outside the thing. But not too much bigger. It looks like 230 is about enough. It's still growing out of control a little bit, very slowly. Well, maybe it's not actually. Yeah, I actually think it's fine. Okay, so this is our grid right here. Let me write that down. Grid size, 230 by 200. Zero by 77. That's really strange, though. Actually, you know what? It needs to be a little bit more than 77. I can see there. That's not working out. Zero by 85 would do it. Now, what I really want, though, is I want these pieces to be in the center. So let's change it a little bit. Get them in the center. That's more centralized. You know, it's looking different for each set of pieces. If you look here, this looks perfectly centralized, but if you look here, it's clearly not. That's frustrating. Alright, so we need to go back to this. What was that, 77? Close enough for what we need for the moment. I really need to make sure these pieces don't wander like this. Now, I'm getting it perfectly right. Let's see. I'm getting it perfectly right for the queen. No, I'm not. Because we need to get to the base. That's what we need to do. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Actually, yeah, let me just set it to the base. Perfect. Alright, so then we need 231. The night special, so we're not going to worry so much about that. The more precise we can be, the less trouble it can be later. Now this doesn't work. The pieces aren't set up in a grid at all, which is really frustrating to me. Like, I don't really understand. If it is in a grid, I don't really understand it. Is the pawn just skinnier than everything else? Let's see, do we have a measurement tool here? I think we do. I don't use it that often, though. I'm sure there is some kind of tool for that. I mean, okay, I guess I can do it by hand. If we look at the width of the queen, for example, we've got it from here, which is 255, to here, which is 334. So 79. However, the width of the pawn is... Don't know why we're doing that. The width of the pawn is 478 minus 476. Is that right? No. It's 1280 minus 1203. Oh, it's the same. It's basically the same. So I don't understand why this is wandering. I guess it's getting off track here. But how could it be on point for these three and then not for those? I'm just really curious about this. Does GIMP have a measure tool? Shift M. Shift M. Oh, there we go. I passed right over it somehow. Okay. Oh, I was on color picker before, I guess. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's measure the distance between these. Okay, well there's my measurement. Okay, so 232 pixels. What about between here and here? 218. 232. 234. That's about the same. Okay. We're not really having problems vertically, so I'm not going to worry about that one. Okay, so let's try configure grid. Oh, there it is. Can I just shove this in somewhere? That'd be nice. Oh well. 232 seems like the right measurement. Well, let's take it and double it, right? 464. So if I take and measure from the rook to the knight, 464 would be here. So these pieces are literally in the wrong spots. It's not a grid because of that. Like, the grid isn't accurate. Oh wait, it's measuring to the tip of the... It's measuring to the tip of the knight. It's not measuring to the base. I got it, okay. Okay, fine, but if I measure from here to here, where does that leave me? Measure along. 232. See, here we're measuring past the tip. I don't know why. Probably that was a manual adjustment. Honestly, I feel like for all of these pieces, except for the bishop and possibly the pawn, we should have been measuring to the tip. Alright, anyway, at least I know the grid size is 232 by 200. And this does seem like it's a lot of boring work, but honestly, it's stuff I have to do regardless, so doing it now is probably going to make it easier later. Now, 0, negative 20, 50, okay. I'm going to get all the pieces centralized here. It looks like they pretty well are. Okay. And this is probably going to have to be negative, actually, come to think of it. Negative. That seems right. Alright. Oops. Alright. Does that work? Not particularly well. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so we got our grid. Oh, we should have configured that. Let's do it again and actually configure it and save it. Because that way we can always look at it again. I can't do it always on top here, okay. $232 by 200. Negative 50, negative 80. Yeah. That's obviously not right, though. Look at the rook. Oh. Vertically, it's fine. It's horizontal, it's wrong. That's better. Oh. Oh, I don't want these to be the same. There, that was the problem. Okay, that was weird. That looks right. Okay, save. Okay. I think that's got us good to go. I really don't think we need to save this for anything, but... let's save it just so we have it. We can get rid of this for now. Good to go. A lot of stuff here going on. All right. Finally, I don't think we need the algebraic notation today. We might need it again later, but we don't need it today. Was this it? Oh, I think it was over here. Let me, okay, context.draw image. This is what I, nope. What was that? Yeah, that's so strange. It wants me to copy the whole thing. Okay, I'll just copy this part then. And maybe now it'll let me... Yeah, there. Okay, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it easy for me to copy the whole thing, but... like, doing it after I've already copied without giving me a chance to respond to it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this is the part I care about. Let's bring this over. To be quite honest with you, I don't think I need their thing at all. I just need this. Draw image. That's it. Close the rest for now. Yeah, we'll just leave full screen. Okay, so it doesn't need to be always on top. Oops, doesn't need to be always on top because we're doing this. Okay. Good principles. Okay, great. Great. That took a while. Okay, but we're getting there. Draw pieces. Oh, paint pieces. Okay. I think I only need to change this one, inner function here. Oops. Okay, let's close everything up here. Now, here's the trouble. I need to scale the canvas. Let me ask AI for a recommendation, see if it's a bad one. I have a canvas element. I want to render inside the canvas in the most natural units, but then I want to scale down the canvas on the page so it doesn't take up too much space. What's the best way to do that? Set the canvas width and height according to your design specifications. What the hell does that mean? Uses canvassing by da-da-da. Okay. Thanks, but that's not very clear. Natural units are pixels, but I need to scale them down. My natural units inside the canvas are pixels, but I need to scale them down on the page. Okay, define the width and height of the canvas in pixels. Okay, to be clear... Hang on. Scale down the canvas visually. Okay. So the width and height attributes of the canvas set the size in inside the canvas. And the CSS scales it down. Works fine for me. Let's add Tailwind. Probably is mentioned somewhere here. Docs. I don't know what Nuxt is, but I think this is all I have to do. Alright, let's do that. Yep, okay. Yeah, I can almost do a shortcut there. Okay. Okay. I guess it worked to that point. Oh. Let's do this again. Install everything. Okay. That's what I want. Do it that way. Okay, now I'm pretty sure it worked. Interesting, it's run dev instead of task dev. Okay, well, whatever. I do need to add Tailwind in there somewhere, though. Maybe to the index.css. Let's try that. Let's try it. Does that work? I don't know why it wants to take away the spaces here. That really bothers me. And it wants me to have a semicolon there. Again, I don't know why it wants to take that away. I guess no matter what, it's going to keep doing it. Okay. I'm confused why this would work in CSS though. Let's look at Vite. Something Vite specific. Because there's really nothing Dino specific, right? It's kind of frustrating figuring out how to install things. Using Vite, okay. Configure the Vite plugin. Add it to your Vite configuration. I'm not seeing where I'm doing any of this, so I'm going to not do it. That was probably specific to the other thing. Vite.config. Okay. I think the fact that we're using putting it here, I assume that means we can import it anywhere? I don't know. Oh, it did say I have to import it, okay. But I'm only importing that. The other stuff is either optional or not meant to be done. Okay. I don't know what this means. I feel like they should have given the file name. If they want to refer to that file name later, they need to give it. Make sure your compiled CSS is included in the head. Okay, great. Now, yeah, okay. That's simple enough. There might be more to it. I have unanswered questions about how it works, but... Okay. We're going to go on here. And this is where we're rendering stuff. Okay. The cool thing is I don't actually care what the width and height are as far as that. Okay, so class name. H-full. Yeah. I don't want it to be relative, that's dumb. I'm confused with that. Okay. Whatever, we're just going to use H-full for now and see what that does. It's running. Looks fine, but what happens when I increase the size of it? Everything in the lock file, everything in the package file. We're not going to make that change yet. We're going to make that change and that change. That way, later, I'll go back to this project to know how to do it. Cheese sprites. It's a wonder I found any chest sprites. Okay, anyway, we can close all of those. Oh, whoops, I forgot something. Here's what I forgot. Want to check out today's. Good. That's in a scary area, I guess. This is all garbage. Here we go. Simple. Could do a table here. All right. This is going to take up less space than it did before. All right. Great. Here we go. I don't know why this isn't available at the moment, but finally seems to be working. Okay. And you can see that it was done today. Website not accessible via this address. Oh geez. Okay, so I have to copy out the content license myself. That's frustrating. I'll do a screenshot. Managing licenses is hard. Come on now. Okay. Oh. There we go. Pixabay license. Perfect. There we go. Okay, this is what it looks like. I got all the text. Great. Let's just copy the name out like that. I don't know why the underscore is considered invalid. We'll fix that. Yeah, I do, but... There we go. Simple. All right. Okay. I'm not messing with that crap right now. Where's cursor? Right, now let's see what it looks like. Right, we don't need any more of that stuff. Close over tabs. Nothing, of course, has changed yet. Which is actually a little bit bothersome. Let's inspect and see what's going on here. We have our canvas. Class H full. H full, height 100%. Oh, right. It can't be 100% if the parent doesn't take up that much space. Wrap. And a flex div with columns. There we go. Okay, yeah, I thought there might be some other magic to do, but shows up fine. Change it so that children fill the whole screen. What about this? Does that have an impact? You know, it really depends on what I put it inside of, actually. Let's take a look at how we're doing that. Index.html, main.tsx, get rid of some of the stuff here. Get element by ID, root, okay, strict app, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not seeing anything cool here. Okay, so, app. Right, we have the board canvas. Let me just do H full and see if that's enough. Reload. Okay, so I want to inspect this guy. Div ID is root. Huh. I think I know what I need to do. I want this div to consume entire screen height. H full doesn't do that. I know this is going to have to be changed later. Okay, that does it. But actually, I want to consume the screen width. Yeah. Okay. I want this canvas to fill all the available space without overflowing the screen area. Let's see what happens. Okay. You can't change the width and height of the canvas. Also, don't use CSS. Use Tailwind instead. Gosh, that was crazy. Let's see what that does. I don't have high hopes right now. So I'll just save. I don't think it does. One, two, three, four. Oh, well, we can count, but we can see it fills 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So it's filling the full height and not the full. It's overflowing, but only one direction. Basically, what's happening. I wish you could use a canvas as a background. Let me see. Can I use a canvas as a background image? Okay. Okay, so it's statically rendered, let's see. Okay. I think that's advanced. That's something I'm going to do later. For now, I'm going to do something sinful, and I'm just going to tell it to be H, or, yeah. For now, I'm just going to set it to where it only works in this screen layout. Well, that doesn't do anything, does it? Huh. I want the canvas to be as big as possible without overflowing. Hang on. What does that do? Okay. Okay. And make sure I reload. Okay, it's running pretty fast. Okay, max H100V. I'm not the best at CSS, so I should take the time to learn a little bit. Alright, width and height are set to 512 currently. It's set, it looks like the natural, okay, so width is 512. Okay, so it looks like it's not modifying the width and height at all. I guess the max H blah blah blah. Aspect square, that's good. let's go back a couple of changes. Here. Aren't canvases blocked by default? Instead of doing W full, I really need to figure this out later on. Like what I'm doing right now is clearly showing the limits of my layout, like clearly. I probably need to make some changes in here, or even in the index file potentially. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna mess with this part. Oops. And honestly, I don't need to set a max for any reason. There. We're not gonna worry about the height anymore. Again, we're not gonna worry about the height. We're gonna get rid of full then. Also, I don't know why I need block. I think it's already block, and it's the only element on the page, so it really doesn't matter if it's inline or block. Okay, W screen. Still scrolling a little bit. Also, now it's scrolling both directions. So the screen is clearly too big. Okay. Let's do this then. W screen. Interesting. Margin horizontally. No, margin in the X direction. 50. 50 pixels. That makes it slightly better there. 100 pixels. Okay, it fits now on the screen, but it's still zoomy. I don't know why we're having this scroll bar. That's interesting. What's the margin on that side? Okay, no margin there. Let's look at the parent. Oh, jeez, this is complicated. Look at the parent. Okay, this has a little bit of padding, but I'm not seeing anything that goes down to the bottom of the screen and makes it want to scroll like that. What's setting the body size? The height here is 760, the height here is 900. Well, 760 plus 64. $824, yeah, so it's still, there's some missing space. 143 pixels of missing space. I feel like I would spot 143 pixels if you put it in front of me. Kind of not that big of a deal though, we can see everything. And we already admitted that this layout is dubious, right? Let's try putting this only on the right-hand side and see if that's any better. I can see the whole board. So this is... Okay. I can still almost see the whole board. But this is so dubious. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, I don't need the CSS to be perfect today. That's not our goal. In fact, I only have a little bit more time to play with this stuff. Better get back to business. What have I done so far? Rework the grid. Divorce the... Can I even spell divorce? divorce the canvas height. Canvas size from the size on the page. Now I think at this point, I can set my cell height to 128 or even 256. Does that change anything? Well, I need to reload to render it. Okay, it does change things. You can see. Okay, so these things are smaller relatively. Okay, that's good. We need to do all of them in terms of cell size. That's the problem. Paint indices. Okay, before we had a cell size of 64. And our font was 10 pixels. So 64 minus 10 is 54. I knew that one. Okay. Font size equals cell size minus 10. No, minus 54. Why is that not working? I'm not trying to assign the cell size. I think you're crazy. Oh. Okay. Wow, this is crazy. I can't listen to this music with the words. I guess I haven't been paying attention. A lot of it has words, but that one bothered me. Font size. All right. So see, that fixes everything. Reload. That's way too big. So what I really want is a percentage. What I really want is a percentage. We have 10 divided by 64, that's 15%. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. And I see it's going too low. Okay. Oh. Yeah, let's do everything as a percentage here. We're not going to worry about that. To be honest with you, it could be even like that. Now, cell size minus 5. 64 minus 5 is 59, divided by 64, 90%. That's better, but 95% seems even better. Good. 94%. And I feel like getting it closer to the edge would be good. Divide by half. That's good. Yeah. This seems... Ideally, I think what I'd like to do is leave the same amount of padding on the bottom as the top. Yeah, okay. I have a feeling this won't work. Minus 0.05 times cell size. I have a feeling this isn't going to work out right. Yeah, the reason it goes lower is because we're not taking into account the font size. No, maybe we just do minus font size then. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't work, but we're going to go ahead with the original plan, which was good enough. And I will say this layout isn't perfect, but it is certainly a lot less dependent on the exact pixel size now than it was before. Hmm. Oh. I'm spending too much time on little details. Okay, let's just leave it alone from here. Okay. Now then, we need to make the pieces larger. We're going to leave the pieces alone, though, even though they're wrong. For completeness sake, it would be nice to get them right. Let's do the same transformation because I think it's good for me to get more familiarity with what we're trying to do here. So, 40 divided by 64 is 62%. Okay, and then cell size minus 20. 44 divided by 64. 68. Let's say 69%. Okay. Font size. Okay, the thing I got wrong was the position. Right here, the offset. 54 divided by 64, 0.84. No. 0.15. Okay. Actually, I just realized I don't want that to be overlapping with the indices. Okay, so 10 plus 40, which would be 50. 78. See what that looks like. That looks better. I actually want it to be higher up than it was before. So... oh, that's the wrong one. That's better. Way better. Okay, great. Change the cell size and update paint piece and paint indices. Both paint both functions were dependent on the precise of the cells. Now they calculate font size and offsets. We're going to call it margins, because that's what it is, based on the cell size, instead of hard coding constants. Okay, now let's see what happens if I update the cell size again. Times 2. It looks exactly the same. Everything is fine. Now, I did have some concerns about the indices. Let's make it 1024. Let's do 4096. This is ridiculous to do. Okay, so that's not working. I mean, it is a crazy... there we go. It works here. And everything looks great. I guess the case I was really concerned about is what if I go back lower? Reload. Ooh, wow, that looks bad. You can see it's anti-aliasing a lot. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh yeah, whoops. Yeah, I think the margin and padding is fine, actually. I was worried that it's not the same as it was, but it's still fine. Okay. This is great. Okay. Make sure there are no changes in Git. Hang on. There are not. Now, let's start handling these pieces differently. I feel like I should make an extra component just for this image. Maybe call it assets. Here we go. New file. We're going to call this pieces.ts. Right? We're going to have an asset file here. Yeah, okay, yeah. I can't think of a great API for this, but I know I need an API for it. So we're just going to quickly do it. Function. Let's see, get piece rect. Now I want to notate these pieces, I think, using the types I have defined already. So that's going to be this. We do need to know the caller. Okay. This music is a bit annoying. Too much percussion. I think we have this shuffled, right? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Hopefully this is fine. Of course, we are past the no band playlist, I think. Yeah. A lot of this is not in the no band playlist, so like I have to make my own playlist with this music in it, I guess. Oh, I don't want to add similar stuff to the end of the queue. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I just don't know how YouTube works. So this might get banned as a result of that. Also, let's shuffle and go to the next one. Oh, yuck. Okay. Nope. I just need something soft to get into it. This works fine. Okay. Now I'm thinking about nothing except the music. And we're going to return a rect. Number. We have XY with height. XY with height. There we go. Okay, now we need to bring the image up. I should have screenshotted it actually. Run. Run. Let's use this one. All right. You know, opening GIMP again might be helpful. Maybe I should do that. But anyway, we've got these indices, right? So that's what we really need here is a list of indices. Const piece indices, right? indices. And this is a record from... Whoa. Piece and piece color to numbers. Yeah. This doesn't seem right to me. Yeah, this doesn't work. Record needs a string or a number or symbol. Okay. Let's look at the definition here. Record K extends key of any. White. Oh no, let's do it this way. I have a type here per player. Import. That's like it. That's more like it. What's the problem here? Okay, great. This is perfect. King. Oh, cool. They, coincidentally or otherwise, they use the exact same order I used here. Well, no, they didn't. Not quite. King, queen, bishop, knight, rook. They used a different order than me. It's fine. But at least the first couple got me excited. 0. Okay. You know what? Ooh, yeah. Sprite indices, horizontal. We don't actually care about the color for this. Queen, rook, bishop, 3, knight, 4, pawn, 5. Great. Sprite, indices, vert. I think it's like that. White is 1. Black is 0. Oh. Equals. There we go. You can see how this, how getting these types right can really help us later on, help us go quickly and error-free. Because you can see, if I get rid of one of these, or a couple of them, I get a type error now. You know, we're missing the knight and the pawn. And then, hey, we don't have a definition for black, you know. So it's really nice when you get these set up well. It really helps you out a lot. When you have a clear understanding of how when you have a clear modeling of your data and your types, it's really, really helpful. Okay, so now then. Oh. Okay, this looks good. I don't need this anymore because I've got it already. Except for one thing. GIMP grid saved. Okay, so if I view the grid, show grid. Well, we're going to have offsets, right? We're going to have offset problems. Let's say, okay. So 232 by 200, and we have an offset. This says -50, but that's actually not what I want. If I do -50, it means this is the first square. But horizontally, let's do some changes here. 232 minus 50. I think if I set it to positive 182, it'll be the same. So let's test that. Image, configure grid. What did I say, 182? Nothing changes. Okay, and on the negative side, it's going to be 200, 182. On the other side, it's going to be 200 minus 80, which I think is 120. But I don't want everything to be based on my math skills. All right. Great, we're done. Save that change, and so now our first grid element's going to be here, second one's going to be there. We don't have to do any special rigmarole beyond what we just did to transpose these offsets. Okay, so equals 182, 120. I honestly could make this more generic where I just define these things. Yeah, I could make this more generic later. Sprite grid size, 232 by 200. All right. Now then. We're going to call this X equals sprite indices horizontal piece. What's the failure here? Expression of type any can't be used to index. Can't be used to index the record. Why does it have type any? Oh, I get it. Does that work? It does, okay. Equals sprite. Color. Perfect. We got our X and Y. Okay. Now, this is just focusing on the sprite grid. We don't have to worry at all about the canvas grid right now. So I need to remind myself of that. Okay. These things are wider than they will crawl, which I really don't like so much. Oh well, say I love you. Okay, let's think it through. Oh, actually, we're going to calculate them differently. Yeah, we need to figure out the... Actually, you know what? You know what? At this point, at this moment in time... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's change this. Let's fix this. Okay, we're going to put it right here. Export type rect equals width number, height number, X number, Y number. There we go. We can change this. Yeah, it's a mistake to try to use a list there for that, because this is going to allow me to get confused. Why can't I use rectangle? Huh? Oh. Okay. Type blah is not assignable. Okay, it's complaining about the return type. Okay, so X, let's just do X, is going to be X times sprite, oh wait. Sprite grid size 0 plus sprite grid offset 0. I think that's got it. We can do width and height right here. Const W and H equals sprite grid size. W height plus make it as easy as possible to calculate. Okay. Width, W, height, there. And if I actually make these bigger, it'll actually make it a little easier to read. There we go. Everything type checks, we're good. Export get piece rect. What? Oh, because it's not exporting at default. Export that. There. I don't mind exporting these other things, but there's no reason to. I think if I find myself needing to use these things, I should be doing it here. Let me just at least double check the next time I'm trying to figure something out like that. Okay, so this gets me the piece rec for any piece that I want. The only thing other I need to do is get the actual sprite now. Huh. Maybe I should be putting this work and import it. I mean, it's no big deal. I could just move this from public down into there. As sprite map? Does that work? Is that a thing I can do? From Yeah, I just don't remember the syntax for it. Okay, that's how you do it. Did I not do that? I don't want it to be default. Undo. Does that work? I think it does. Why is not used? Oh, that's a call out right there. Okay. Okay, this is getting quicker and easier. That's good news. We're almost... It's almost time for me to go. But, if I can get this on screen, that's going to be really nice. Okay, so... Paint pieces. Here we go. Now, we just have this. Okay, we don't need to get text anymore. So everything below here is going to be like null and void. So, on text dot fill. Wait, no, we don't need fill time. Yeah, we're just going to draw the image. Draw image. Okay, the image is going to be... what was it called again? Sprite map. As piece sprite map. Lowercase, I don't know. Piece sprite map, and then we need... Yeah. X, Y with height equals get piece rect for piece position dot piece. The color is already defined. Okay, we can fix this though. Color piece color. Oops. Okay. Color. Oh, okay. Perfect. X, Y, X, Y with height. What's the DX and DY stuff? Oh, the position on the canvas where I'm going to put it. Position on the canvas is going to be the same as before, right? Basically the same as before. Might be a little different, but it seems like a reasonable placement to start with. Then we can at least see stuff on screen and then correct it later, right? Okay, so X, P, X, Y, P, X. Okay. And then I don't know what DW and DH would be. Let's figure it out. Oh, maybe they're expecting me to scale it. Okay, SX is the x-axis, the top left corner of the subrectangle source image. SY is the top left corner of the subrectangle source image to draw. Y-axis. Okay, the width of the subrectangle, the height of the subrectangle. The x-axis in the destination canvas, the y-axis in the destination canvas, the width to draw the image in the destination canvas. Allow scaling. Okay, got it. Okay, so we're just going to scale it there. Type string, huh? I think I know the issue here. Let's say it's a string. Okay. Wait a minute. Import SVG from here. Can use it with canvas context draw image. Ah, okay. This export isn't working. This export isn't working because it's a string. Let me go look at the tutorial that I saw. Oh, I think I lost. I think I got rid of it. Okay, let's look at the image. Any canvas image source. Okay. I need it to be type SVG image. I need to be exported as let's try that. Why are we requiring stuff? Okay, let's undo that change, but I think I know what to do. Import default as candy from does this work? Source requires a string. Source. Sprite map. There we go. Call it sprite map. Source. Okay. I'm tempted to use an iffy here, but I don't think we actually need it. I also don't think this should go before export card types that we're exporting. There we go. It seems to fix the issue here. Great. Okay, that works fine. If I reload this, what happens? Oh. Let's pay attention to this. Okay, it's working. Oh, this is better. Obviously not perfect. Okay, we're rendering the rook in the wrong location. We have too much padding there. Let's remove the padding completely. We're at a good spot though. We're really close. Offset is going to be 0. Just until I get a handle on what's going on. I really don't like that we have to reload every time. Okay, okay. So that got it back into the right location, but I can see that our grid is off by a little bit. I don't know why. But what I do want to do is where I'm doing the calculation here, I want to actually take this value and I can do it in here. I want to take that value and log it. Okay. Uh-huh. This is going to be hard to read. Oh, this should be Y. Okay. Let's clear all this and reload and log. Oh my, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Okay, we're rendering multiple times, unfortunately. Okay. Why is it called GR? Put Q's in front of everything. Let's reload again. Okay, so this GR thing is separate. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. But we're also gonna make this longer. Come on. Alright, my timer's going off. Can I get this fixed in time? We will try to go a little bit further. I feel like we're so close to getting this right. Okay, now we can see the log messages. We don't need the QQ whatever, but we'll leave it for now. I'm going to remove it so I don't forget, though. Unfortunately, that means having to reload again. Wait. Oh yeah, we're going to clear this and then reload. Right. Okay. Rook is at 646 by 120. I don't know which rook, but that's fine. Okay, so let's do tab. 646 would be down here. Height is 120. Right around here. Oh. 646 by 120. This seems wrong. We're looking at the bishop there, aren't we? So how did it show the rook at all? Huh. Let me read documentation some more. Go back. Okay, so the top left corner. I don't understand how it's grabbing any piece of the rook. Huh. Maybe we need -80 there. Yeah, I think we do need -80. I think that's the issue. This is 120. We're gonna change it to -80. Clear and reload. 646 by -80. What? Well, that's not a problem. Let's look at the, see how it renders. It's not showing up at all. Huh. Y times height. Oh, I guess that's actually fine. Sort of. I guess it just doesn't work well. Maybe it doesn't handle the sprite correctly. Okay, I want to be sure to use a... image constructor, SVG constructor. Yeah. The -80 thing is really screwing with it, isn't it? I could make a new SVG. I think what I could do is probably edit the SVG to do what I want. Okay. The view box needs to go back -80, right? And it's 1280 by 640. I just need to set it higher. Sorry. -80. And this is in the... Wait. Hang on, I think I'm wrong. 120, let's go with that. This is the one I need to fix. 232 minus 182, -50. Let's try fixing just that and see what it looks like. Boy, there's a mess of stuff here to look at, isn't there? Okay, that's better, although we are showing the wrong piece there. Okay, so the rook, let's close that. Oh geez, we're taking so long now. Okay, 414 by 120. This is so simple to fix. I know it is. 414 by 120. Let's take a look. Pixel 414. Right around here by 120. Oh, sorry, yeah, by 120. This is right, though. This is the right spot. Yes, it's now in the right spot, but why is it showing the queen instead of showing the... It said top left spot. It didn't say top right. Right? It's acting like it's top right. Because it's showing a queen there. Why is it showing the queen? Is there more? Oh, I think I know what's wrong. I think I know what the issue is, and it's pretty dumb. Basically, this image we're looking at here, when we did the ImageMagick convert thing, it's not got the right spacing, basically. What I would like to do is find out which one of these is the actual rook, get rid of it, and then see what it looks like. I'm expecting it to be around 414 though. But I mean, that when I looked at that, when I looked inside the SVG, it was using coordinates like, you know, 7,500. So I really don't know. Oh, we're doing a translation here. We're scaling it to 0.1. And then negative 0.1. So we're swapping them horizontally. And then vertically, we're multiplying by 10%. Okay, so this should be, we're multiplying both by 10% in both directions. So 414, 1200 minus, what's 1200 minus 414? Right? 1200 minus 414, 786. Uh, 6, 7, 8, 9. This could be it. There are only a few options here. Source assets. Okay. Okay. Now let's delete one of these and see what goes away. Everything goes away. Let's get rid of all of them and see what happens. Okay, I really need to go soon. I'm probably not going to finish this today. Okay, we just got rid of the bishop here, not the rook. So that bottom thing was part of the rook. Oh, see, it was a plus sign. Okay. Okay. Well, since we found where the bishop was, we should be good to go. Now, I think the rook is either going to be above or below it. I don't think that's the rook. Whew. Oh, it is. That's the rook. Okay, so M4907. It should be there twice, but it's not. Why or why not? I don't know where the white rook is, but at least I can find the black rook. Alright, so Let's do 1200 minus 490.7. So 709. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Minus 414. We need to add this much more to our horizontal. Let's just try it. Plus negative 50. 245.3. It's obviously more than one width of those. Okay, now if we re-render, what do we get? It's closer, it's better. Let's take this, let's do 295.3. I went too far, the wrong direction. Yeah, okay. Let's do 245 for now. Okay. 232 divided by 2. 116. Minus 245.3. 129. Well, that's better. Okay. And height-wise, we need to back it up some. So let's just say 60. Wrong way. Okay. We got the rook right, but you can see we're having issues there with the bishop. So what I'm gathering here is that I didn't get everything to scale. Oh, and look at our pawns there. Okay. This is where we're going to leave it for now. I honestly just... all I need to do is figure out the grid structure a little bit better for the SVGs. Probably need to use Inkscape or something for that. But it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Alright. Catch y'all later. I hope y'all enjoyed this. You know what? Before I go anywhere else, I need to actually do a commit. You're gonna see me do a commit. Okay. Add pieces. Star. Add components. So I'm going to look at that later. The public. Do I have GIMP still open? I do. I'm going to close this. I'll change the save. Move grid and .getIgnore to source assets. Source assets.getIgnore. Let's look at our remaining changes. Yeah, I think that's good to go ahead and commit. Okay. Add real pieces to the board. Well, we got them added. I never promised they'd be bug-free. We got them added. All right. Yep. I'm